There are many secrets scattered across the Mass Effect trilogy, from probing Uranus to owning a space hamster. These 3 games are packed full of fascinating stories, secrets and mysteries, and I love video game secrets. I also quite enjoy list videos and feel like I don't do enough of them. Maybe that's because I overdid Assassin's Creed top 5 videos in the past and I've been repenting ever since. Anyway, I love the Mass Effect trilogy and I wanted to give myself an excuse to do another video on the games. I decided to compile a list of 10 secrets within the Mass Effect trilogy that many players may not know about. I didn't want to make the title more direct as that'd insult your intelligence, as I'm sure many of these have been discovered by many of you, and the game didn't release yesterday. If this video does well, and I see fit to do so, I will be doing more videos like this for different franchises, and may at some point do a part 2 list for Mass Effect. The secrets that will be covered in this budding series, if you want to call it that, can range from the creepy and mysterious to the entertaining and funny, because frankly I want to make more videos dedicated to the finer details of games, the secrets that go amiss, because if there's one thing that I love, it's discovering secrets, or at the very least talking about them. So please enjoy 10 Mass Effect trilogy secrets that many players don't notice. First and foremost, we have the Shifty Looking Cow. This silly little Easter egg can be found in Mass Effect 1. You need to head to the Kepler Verge and to the Newton system, where you will find a planet named Ontarom. Upon landing on the planet, if you head to the southwest of the map, you may find a strange herd of mammal-like creatures. They're slender and have 4 legs and 2 arms. And aside for one, they are not named. However, there is one known as the Shifty Looking Cow. Why is he called this? Well, if you turn your back, you will find out. Turns out, the Shifty Looking Cow follows the player and credits will start disappearing from your inventory, and the longer your back is turned, the more the Shifty Looking Cow takes. Worse yet, if you kill it, it'll just respawn a few seconds later to steal more credits. What does he even do with his newfound wealth? Does he share it with his friends, or is he just greedy? All we know for certain is he has hands, and he knows how to use them. Let's just be thankful that he hasn't discovered knives. And British slang, come to think of it. The money the Shifty Looking Cow takes is impossible to retrieve once stolen, so don't go AFK here even if it seems safe to do so, and if you do, pause the game. I mean, in Mass Effect the in-game currency effectively grows on trees, but still. Anyway, after a brief genocide, it's time to move on. Secret number 2. Legion can dance. After recruiting Legion towards the end of Mass Effect 2, you can find him in the AI core behind the medbay on the crew deck of the Normandy. If you sit here watching Legion for long enough, it will bust a little move. This is made even more entertaining when you remember Legion is not an individual but rather a unit controlled by a consensus. Therefore, the Geth consensus effectively approved this dance. Why? Fuck knows. Secret number 3 brings us back to Mass Effect 1 for a Prothean artifact found in the Hercules system within the Attican Beta cluster. Here you need to head to the planet Elatania, which can be distinguished by the rings surrounding it. Once you're on the planet, you will find an anomaly marked in the southwest of the map. The terrain can be a spot tricky, however the Mako is designed for this. In this area you'll find a ditch, inside which there is an orb, a mysterious reflective orb hovering in the centre of a disc-shaped platform with columns surrounding it. If you interact with it, it will rise into the air, and then the game will display a message. Examining the strange Prothean artifact reveals a small, irregularly shaped slot on the underside. It looks as if some would fit some kind of oddly shaped key or trinket. Where such an object could be found is a mystery you are unlikely to ever solve. This mystery is indeed solvable. If you assist the Asari consort found on the Citadel, you will receive said trinket/key. However, the game will not prompt you to return to this orb or go to this orb at all. You have to find it yourself, and when you do and interact with the orb the second time, Commander Shepard will receive a vision. However, Due to the limitations of some description, we don't get to see that vision, but we will receive a transcript of sorts of it. Examining the strange Prothean artifact reveals a small irregular slot on the underside of the surface. Remembering the strange trinket you received from the Asari consort on the Citadel, you pull it out and place it into the slot. The ball explodes in a brilliant flash of white light, momentarily blinding and disorienting you. Slowly, your senses return as you wake from a deep sleep. You are alone in the forest, though you are not far from the caves you share with the others of your tribe. There is a pain and a small lump in the back of your skull, as if a chip of flint has been forced under the surface of the skin. Leaning on your bone-tipped spear for support, you rise to your feet. A sound draws your attention upwards, where a strange creature hovers high above you. It is unlike the birds you hunt by the lake's edge. It has no head and no wings, yet somehow it flies. It is a beast of shining silver, hanging motionless in the sky like a cloud. You sense it is watching you, studying you. Raising a hairy fist, you shake your spear at it in anger, and the creature rises up quickly until it disappears from view. With a satisfied grunt, you make your way back to your caves and the rest of the tribe. You fall into the familiar patterns of life, the hunt for food, the struggle to claim and keep a mate, the battles against other tribes that would claim your territory. Days roll into nights and back into days. Each time you rise from sleep, there is the sensation that you are not alone, that some other is with you, sharing all you see, hear and feel. At these times, your hand goes to the strange lump at the back of your skull, and you remember the silver creature in the sky. The air grows colder, winter falls. You must range farther for food, clutching the furs tight against you to ward off the chill. It is on one of these long hunts that the strange bird returns. You hear it before you see it. Its call a deafening roar as it descends from above, swooping down on you. A single great eye opens on the underbelly, a glowing red orb. You try to run, but a finger of red light extends from the eye and engulfs you, and all goes black again. You wake an instant later to find yourself on Elatania, lying on your back, the Prothean artifact looming above you, undamaged, and your companions standing over you. They help you to your feet, puzzled. There was a flash of light, and you just sort of toppled over, one explains. Are you okay, Shepherd? The other asks. You don't answer right away, wondering at the implications of what you've seen. The memories of a Cro-Magnon hunter, captured by the implanted Prothean data recorder. How long did they study the primitive humans, observing them and analysing the results at their base on Mars? And what, if anything, did they learn from us? I'm fine, you finally reply, realising this is a mystery you will probably never solve. Forget about it. Again, the game is wrong in saying you'll never solve this mystery, as, later on in Mass Effect 3 we discover the Protheans were watching humanity and other races to observe their potential, to see if they were worth eventually adopting into their growing empire. Secret number 4. Tali's face. In Mass Effect, we never see the face of Tali Zora, despite her being one of the only companions to be consistently present throughout all 3 titles. No matter when or where we interact with her, she is always wearing a suit complete with a mask that obscures her face just enough to make it mysterious. And while there is a perfectly valid canon reason for this, many players have longed to see what lies past that helmet. Well, if you romance Tali in Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3, you can receive a photograph of Tali without the mask on, and much to many players' chagrin, it's a poorly photoshopped stock photo. Thanks to the Legendary Edition though, it has since been replaced with a more passable image of Tali's face. So if you've ever wondered what that Quarian looks like, now you know how to find out. I mean, it's kind of on the screen, so you don't even have to do that, do you? Secret 5 is a quick one. The Citadel Tower Council Chambers map is shaped like a Reaper, creepily foreshadowing from as early as possible the true creators of the Citadel, along with its truly sinister purpose. Secret number 6, the Mars Rover. Now this one went undetected for so long that come the release of the Legendary Edition, the developer who placed it in the game took to Reddit to let people know where to find it. Literally right after the very beginning of Mass Effect 3, you find yourself on Mars. Immediately after exiting the shuttle, if you head through some solar panels, you can see the Mars Rover approach you. When it gets close enough, it will nod. This Easter egg is just grateful that somebody finally found it. Secret number 7. In Mass Effect 2, it appears as if you accidentally release a serial killer from prison.
After you recruit the convict Jack in Mass Effect 2, who can be found aboard the space station prison known as Purgatory, you will later receive an ominous email from somebody named Billy. The email reads as follows: "Hey Shepard, I heard I have you to thank for getting out of Purgatory. Sent a ship to round me up, but they didn't weapons check good enough. I'm gonna carve your name instead of mine into my next victim as thanks. Got anyone you need dead, haha? You did take a shot at me though on my way out, so I have to kill you. You know how it goes. Dad taught me that you let anybody hurt you, they get ideas, so you make sure to send a message. Not like I'm sending now though. See you around. The people who live here are coming back and it's showtime. Look around for your name. I'll make sure you find it before I find you. Billy." This point never amounts to anything. This seeming Billy character just disappears, but it appears as if he's somewhat twisted, and now he's out there, free to roam the galaxy once again. And if the email he sent is to be believed, he's already hunting victims. Secret number 8. Rana Thanoptis Indoctrination. In Mass Effect 1 on Vermeer, you encounter an inconsequential character named Rana Thanoptis at Saren's lab, studying the effects of Reaper indoctrination. Playing the games back, there are definite red flags. You can let her go and you'd expect to never see her again. In Mass Effect 2, you can encounter her this time at Okir's facility when attempting to recruit the Krogan warlord. If you let her live again, many companions will comment that letting her live was a mistake. In Mass Effect 3, you can find an article that details her own indoctrination and how letting her live cost the lives of others, as she murders numerous Asari officials on Thessia before taking her own life. The article reads as follows: Thessia, Asari scientist Rana Thanoptis has died in custody, allegedly committing suicide after she was arrested for the murder of multiple Asari military officials. Prior to her death, investigators said Thanoptis spoke of voices in her head, which they believed to be indicative of her indoctrination. The voices foretold the ascension of the Asari, and told Thanoptis that anyone fighting the Reapers needed to die. Thanoptis worked on a top-secret project for former Spectre Saren Arterius several years ago, where she likely became indoctrinated. She received a pardon from the Asari government in exchange for providing research assistance on Reaper technology. Thanoptis was believed responsible for planting a makeshift explosive device that detonated at a research center, killing 5 visiting Asari military officials along with 4 civilians. The attack seriously wounded a dozen more and caused significant damage to the facility. Investigators say they are not seeking any more suspects in the case. So the conclusion is sometimes the Paragon route is not the best one. Secret number 9. The true appearance of the Asari. The Mass Effect games don't give you much reason to question whether or not the Asari presented to us is the true appearance of the Asari. However, due to a conversation you can overhear in the bar on Ilium in Mass Effect 2, we learn a creepy piece of lore detail.
I can understand why I might find Asari attractive, but how can they be attractive to humans too? They look just like Solarians.
What? They look exactly like us. I'm not seeing the Solarian thing at all. At all.
You're both wrong. Asari look just like Bluturians. Look at the head fringe.
Wait, you don't think they're like mind controlling us to see them as attractive, do you?
Please be quiet. You're going to ruin Asari for me. And there aren't many Turian women on Ilium.
I think it's more likely a joke rather than anything based in canon, but it implies that the Asari can manipulate how they appear to different races based on what that race wants to see in them.
Considering when Asari reproduce, their offspring are always Asari even when mating with somebody who isn't Asari, and interspecies reproduction is encouraged in Asari society, it's become speculated that the Asari are actually of a parasitic nature to some description. What on earth is going on with their arm? Jesus. It adds an extra layer to the Asari that certainly wasn't necessary, but there you go, that's the secret. And finally, secret number 10, the refuse ending. It's commonly accepted that there are 3 possible endings to Mass Effect 3, destroy, control, and synthesis. All are variations of the same ending, in reality with subtle differences. For example, Shepard can survive destroy ending, or in the synthesis ending, everybody gets glowing green eyes. However, there is a 4th ending, refuse. During the conversation with the Star Child, you can refuse to end the war on the Reaper's terms.
Your time is at an end. You must decide.
No. I'm gonna end this war on my terms.
Then you will die knowing that you failed to save everything you fought for.
I fight for freedom. Mine and everyone's. I fight for the right to choose our own fate. And if I die, I'll die knowing that I did everything I could to stop you. And I'll die free.
So be it.
The cycle continues.
If you're hearing this, then there is still hope. Hope that you can avoid the same mistakes we made. We fought the Reapers, but we failed to stop them. We did everything we could. We built the Crucible, but it didn't work. We fought as a united galaxy, but it wasn't enough. I only hope the information in this capsule is enough to help you before it's too late. My name is Dr. Liara T'Soni. Herein lies the recounting of our war with the Reapers.
And that brings us nicely to the end of today's video. 10 Mass Effect Trilogy secrets that many players don't notice. Thank you all for watching. I really hope that you've enjoyed. Be sure to go ahead, leave a like, subscribe, share the channel with your friends and all that wonderful stuff. That would be super fantastic. And comment your suggestions for future videos I could do like this. Lists of secrets in different games. Suggest games. Tell me about the secrets within that game if you so wish to do so. And of course be sure to subscribe to my new history channel Decades, which I've started with a few friends and we're having a great time over there. There will of course be a link in the description. Anyway, hopefully I'll be seeing you all very soon with another video at some point, but until next time, take care and goodbye.